well.
Looks like we have a young man perhaps doing a tiger style or leopard style there on the, yeah.
Kia Namaki of the United States. I believe we have a young Egyptian boy, Omar, sharing the.
Let's see if we can see what Omar is.
Especially with the young ones, they're focused. There's no do-over. There's no timeout. There's no I'm not ready. They have to take to the carpet and perform at this level under this pressure.
And that's what I mean about how many times they have practiced this form. What they likely haven't done, Robin, is practice. Many of them may not.
With the judges?
A few of the judges, I had a chance only to say hello to them before coming over.
And the world of judging evolves in its own way in comprehension and ideas and assessment, doesn't it?
Sure. Here in the World Kung Fu Championships, the judging of the forms.
Two Americans here.
This is a Nanchuan form, Southern Fist form that we saw from our athlete in the red uniform.
This young man in the purple here, we spoke with him earlier, and he said that his parents always wanted him to pursue Wushu. And when his mother passed away, she made his father promise that he would study. You can see he loves it now. You can see it in his expression. Foundational principles, hard and soft, circular and linear. Here we see linear and hard.
Yep, Nanchuan also.
And you see, even in the development of his body, how it's changed the shape of his body. You know, that is the body of a man who does a linear hard style.
Well, again, you asked me about the, this is maybe Hongar style, which is a Southern style. You asked me about the uniform, and now you see one of the reasons that they show this arm movement. They need a uniform that is practical for what they're doing.
To a degree, as you might imagine, if you're something in the nature of this hard expression develops the body, it's something you can show and would be physically intimidating, visually intimidating.
So again, you can see with competitors, what does the stance look like? What is the transition between stances? Doesn't matter what form you're showing, there still is a transition between the stances. There is a sense of balance as you move from low to high. These are the characteristics and quality of movement that the judges.
Over 9, just enough, 9:05. Another American. That aspect that we've been talking about the last couple of days of celebrating and looking at and sharing the diversity of the Chinese martial arts, that is for sure through day 2. If you look back at what we've seen and what they've shared, diversity is really the first thing that comes to mind. Seen many, or I don't know if any, left-handed sword play. if you are a left-handed person, do you still
learn your sword, Mikhail, and I am enjoying these two-handed straight sword routines.
Yeah, me too.
You don't see these in other competitions. They have to go into a special category. But here, they're appropriately categorized with the straight swords. But you see that they've grouped them together.
Giovanni from Bolivia. They ask us for sort of a performance of the day or a standout of the day, and I want to say that the two-handed sword itself is my player of the day. We've had so many different performances from men and women, young and particularly the seniors, with the two-handed weapon, that it is the sword itself that I'm appreciating today. Giovanni from Bolivia continues.
I think we saw a competitor from Italy with a great straight sword also.
You can see her focus. And then again, when you put them side by side, both beautiful and both elegant in their own way, but so different.
Here's some of the breathing techniques and movements, trained conditioning for our competitor here, Cameron Hale from the U.S., Wing Chun form.
We spoke to Cameron yesterday, and in fact, Wing Chun is something she only migrated towards about 6 months ago when she blew out her ACL. She used a different style and was worried she couldn't come to the World Championships, and then she moved towards Wing Chun, which doesn't have as much movement, so her damaged ACL didn't take stress. It really shows the differences. There you see seeing some wild traditional weapons and almost ancient feeling weapons at times later.
William from the U.S. showing you also a double broadsword, but different style broadsword. Some older style broadsword that William is showing. Movements are still the same. The flowers will look different with this sword. It's shorter.
The petals are wider, but the flowers will be smaller. A mountain here in Ermei, in Leishan, in the Szechuan province. Great country of China, the 7th World Kung Fu Championships. I believe we will wrap up shortly for the morning session. It has been fun and educational, inspiring. We will have one more session to go before the end of the World Championships, and these are the double flexible, well, a single flexible weapon. The men's Group A traditional soft weapon, yes, so a single weapon. Group A, of course, men, tiny wee men, young men, Kianamaki. With the single weapon. Beautifully done. Great start. We have 4 more young man in the soft weapon, the Group A flexible weapons. And then we will break for some delicious Szechuan lunch, and we will return with an afternoon session. More beautiful weapons, forms from the incredible traditional Wushu at the 7th World Kung Fu Championships. Over 9:07. Hitoshi Shinagawa, Japan. What materials can these staffs be made from, Tony?
Typically, these are made of waxwood, just as the staff is made of waxwood. Sometimes you'll see practice weapons made of rattan. You also will see this weapon, especially in performances, because it looks very exciting. You'll see it made of a lightweight metal.
Like this one,
yes,
appears to be.
Sometimes in traditional schools, you will see it heavier, again, for training purposes.
And that will be for muscular adaptation and balance and so forth?
Whenever we have heavier weapons, that's usually to train. There are schools that use very, very heavy staffs to develop the same technique